to race action now for Formula V's second heat of the day. DOE Quality Parts Start My Car first race and Bridgestone tyres, along with Techno SA, bringing you all this action from our Formula V category, the only single-seater category here today. Expecting some big race action from them, as we saw in race number 1. Race 1 was won out by Gert van den Berg, although we didn't see him on the timing monitor until right at the end of the race. He beat out Lendl Janssen and Lushan Ramchundra for the first 3 positions across the line, and the reigning champion has opened up his account to potentially make the 57th year of Formula V racing all his again. Another number 1 plate he'll be looking for, but there's a lot of contenders who want that number 1 plate and are looking to take it away from him. Arguably the most aggressive of those competitors would be the 91 car of Lendl Janssen. 2 rookie drivers this year, Helder Gavaya and Cyril Somerville, join the Formula V family, and taking on, of course, very established racing championship, one of the longest standing single-seater championships in the world as well as in the country. So fantastic to have them all here as part of our regional round 1 Extreme Festival action here from Swartkops. Great to have spectators back as well, as was said, but also fantastic to see that you guys are still sticking with us and enjoying all of our live stream action courtesy of Two Wheels TV and Up to 60 Seconds. We're live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, so if you can't pick up on Facebook, we do have a link on YouTube as well that you can pass on to your friends and family who may not have Facebook, but hopefully they've all got that and you've all seen the action we brought to you so far today. Paul and Belinda Groenewald watching from home today. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying all the action. The most important thing is that you're watching. We've even got guys that are sitting here at the circuit on the grandstands that are watching on their smart devices, getting all the race action, getting the other information that's not passed on, as well as some of the replays that we're able to give you here on our live stream feed. With 30 seconds to go, we're going racing once again with Formula V's. Here we go. Oh, a jump start! A massive jump start there from Gert van den Berg. And I think that could be very costly. No, Lendl Janssen, I beg your pardon. Lendl Janssen was the man who had the jump start there big time. That's going to be a 30-second penalty. He's going to have to get up and go and try and disappear at the front end if he can. That's not easy to do when you're in the company of Formula V. These guys certainly hold nothing back, and it's we always call the four-wheeled version of superbike racing. If these guys had 600cc engines, they would possibly be exactly what 600cc competitors do. 33 with his hands up there. Problems there for Hills. And looks like a bit of an issue right from the start there from the 33 car. Not what he wanted, that is for sure. So Brandon Hills putting his hand up and putting out, getting down the back straight away and allowing everybody else to get through there. Clinton Kane at the back. Lead of the race is up for grabs. But it's not for these two. These two are fighting for second. Greg Mills up to second place now, ahead of Ramchundra. Ramchundra ahead of the Bull security car of Lendl Janssen. So that's how things start out here with Gert van den Berg getting gifted an opportunity to get off the line. It's Lendl Janssen who made the mistake off the line. I don't know if we get a replay of that, Paul, if we can, but have a look at this. Oh, Ramchundra onto the grass. Lushan Ramchundra running wide. Those Bridgestone tyres don't like the dirty stuff. He gets back on track, but he's overtaken by Sean van der Linde and put under pressure almost instantaneously as they come across the line there for the first time in race anger. That's definitely not the way that Lushan Ramchundra wanted to come out of turn 8. At the top of the hill, 2 cars have come together. 112 and 75. Oh man, 75 is Kyle Watt. 112 is Marcel Blichnout. And those two are now stuck in kitty litter at the top of the hill. Watch out for double yellow flags to the top of the hill. It's teammates 1 and 2 and formation flying there for DOE and Start My Car team, with Gert van den Berg and Greg Wilson controlling things from the front of this race. As they go to the top of the hill, you'll see double yellow flags into, well, it's only single yellow there. It should have been doubles with the 2 cars in the, there we go, safety car. That's why. You had to put the 1 yellow flag down there to pick up the safety car board. Safety car has been deployed, and once again, Toyota, the Toyota 86 from Pretoria North Toyota will have to come out to do some duties. There it comes onto the track. And it'll give Gert van den Berg a chance to follow up behind them. Goeiemorgen has just joined us as well. Have a look at this jump start on the start though. Left-hand side of the grid. And getting off the line rapidly before the lights even went on. He went as the lights went on, as opposed to going when the lights go off. So that was a big mistake there. And you can see him tapping the helmet going, what are you doing? What are you doing, Lendl Janssen? Yeah, 30-second penalty coming his way for that jump start. So he's literally got to get to the front of the field if he can and get up the road as far as possible. But that's not happening right now. Right now he's in third place behind the two teammates, Wilson and Van den Berg. Sweeping from side to side, trying to keep those Bridgestone tyres relatively warm. Track conditions are still pretty good at the moment. A new surface put down here in the off-season. And a couple of superbike races and other categories have raced here already, including the Passion for Speed Festival. And a lot of the guys are saying how good this new surface is. So hats off to Swartkops for the job that they've done. Ensure they've got a nice deck to play on for 2022. Back of the field there for Mangaza Racing. Brandon Hills didn't have what he wanted go his way. Something went wrong. He put his hand up coming out of turn 2 and then let the entire field go past him. So there's definitely some work to be done there for Brandon Hills to try and make his way back to the front where he was earlier on today. Vaughan Hills looks across, so does Peter. Look to see where their good friends are out of harm's way and hopefully not injured. Lucian Ramchundra behind them. Still got lights on the Toyota. This is the reason. There are two cars that are stricken in the kiddie litter. Carl Watts, the first one to removed out of danger. Just waiting for the 1-1-2 there of Marcel Bluchnoot to be helped on his way as well. So Watts going to be towed down by the Toyota Condor. See a lot of those around anymore. That one, of course, has always been there at turn 4 to assist with anything that happens out on track. Ramchundra in the Liqui Moly car. He would love to take the championship in 2022. Sean van der Linde is behind him. Support online there for him. Lots of support coming from the east of Johannesburg. This time our timing monitors are picking that up. They weren't in race number 1. Vaughan Hills, Peter Hills, Lucian Ramchundra, Sean van der Linde, Henk van den Berg. Koenig just behind them, also in single digits there in the Tasman. Slightly older version of a Formula V, but Koenig behind the wheel, definitely showing that that car's still got a good turn of pace. Looks like things starting to get a little bit more frantic at the front there. I wonder if the lights are out on that 86 just yet. If they are, got a couple of cars that should be a bit closer to the back end of Lucian Ramchundra for the restart, if that's the case. Lights are out, yeah. The first 6 cars have left the second 6 behind them ever so slightly. Look at the gap there between Sean van der Linde. Van der Linde should close that up. Yeah, under starter's orders now. He's got to definitely try and close things up there on the back end of Lucian Ramchundra and Gert van den Berg. He's going to try and get away off the line and get away from everybody else. A 12-lap race, and we have completed 4 of them, so 8 to go. Towards turn 2 they go. 53 starting to close in on Koenig. That is Roy Douglas. Douglas wants to get past there on Michael Koenig. Just get himself into single digits. He's in the 10th spot at the moment on the bubble between the single and double digits in terms of finishes. Here he comes alongside Douglas on the inside of turn 4. Koenig shuts the door. Not a room there for them to play, but Koenig definitely looking to try and maintain that single-digit finish if he can. Good driving there from Mike as he comes across. Defensive and into turn 5 with Douglas on his tail. No change at this stage. Looks like lining up just behind them is Yanni Geyser. Geyser just behind that. So as the rest of the field go into turn 5 and 6, the leaders are coming across the line and complete another one. 7 to go. Front and back from Wilson. Wilson from Lennell Janssen. Janssen pushing hard there just ahead of Vaughan Hills and Peter Hills. Lucian Ramchanda behind them. Ramchanda looks to close the gap down on Peter Hills, who just maintains a good line through turn 2. Not giving any chance for the man behind him to pounce. That's outstands. Front and back from Wilson. Janssen, Hills, and Ramchanda. That's the first 6. Waiting for that 7th car, Sean van der Linde. Then Henk van der Berg in the 30 machine behind him. Go to the top of the hill. It's Michael Koenig will be just behind those two. Back to the lead. Fight on here between these two. Really top quality action as always in Formula V. We're on a great show. Down onto the brakes and into turn 8 they go again, completing another one. Halfway stage reached, 6 to go. Things are probably going to start to heat up from now. Prince fans, they've been preserved enough, should start to come into their own. And if they do, Lennell Janssen is looking to use them to maximum advantage. Into that back straight away. Looks like Janssen is definitely closing on the back end there of Wilson. He's a lot closer than what he has been. Turn 5, there's a chance here. Not quite close enough, but he's just showing the wheel to Greg Wilson. And Lennell Janssen, the man who was on pole after qualifying, will fight on a 109.5. Definitely knows what to do here to put the pressure on to Greg Wilson. But Wilson has been in this situation on numerous occasions and certainly knows how to soak up pressure from a hard charger from behind. 5 laps to go. Volkswagen Silver Oaks and Bull security car of Lennell Janssen looking to pounce. Ramchanda now between the 2 hills. Peter at the back, Vaughan in front. He gets Vaughan to get a little bit of a hurry up. If he does, maybe get that gap closed down by the end of this race. Roy Douglas still has not found a way through, neither has Yanni Geyser on Michael Koenig. Koenig not only an exceptional drive here for 9th place in Formula V, if you follow him on social media, he's actually an exceptionally talented artist as well. Spends a lot of his time drawing his favorite race cars or other people's favorite race cars, and you can get him to help you out with a bit of artwork. That's a bit of artwork that he didn't want to help out with there, that's for sure. Opening up the door and giving Roy Douglas a chance to squeeze through. They stay side by side coming out of turn 6. And eventually Douglas gets through. It's been a while since he's been trying that, and he eventually secures it down into turn number 6. They've got 4 to go. Can Koenig come back at Douglas? Behind them it's Blaine de Malon, David Austin and Clinton Kane having their own little fight as well. Geyser coming through there as well. And as I said, there it is, Blaine de Malon and Kane just behind, fighting with David Austin. Austin in the original Lotus colours there, green and yellow colours. Back to Wilson though, as that's a change up for the lead. It is Wilson's at the front. He's got ahead of Gert van der Berg. Wilson is at the front, and Van der Berg has dropped to second. Lendl Janssen in third. So Van der Berg must have made a mistake somewhere on track with 3 to go. 3 laps to go now for our 3 leaders. We've pulled a bit of a margin now over Vaughan Hills and Lushan Ramchanda, who's actually got through on Vaughan Hills on that last pass. So Ramchanda up to 4th. Is that going to be enough laps for him to close that gap down? I don't think so. 3 laps might not be enough for Ramchanda to catch these top 3 unless traffic is an issue. And they're into the traffic in the form of the 33 car, first of all, of Brandon Hills. Could possibly be Helder Gavea that they're coming up on at the back as well after Brandon Hills. It is. Brandon Hills allows the other cars to go through the other 2 Mangaza Rising teammates of Vaughan and Peter. Family members and teammates all together. Helder Gavea getting out of the way and allowing Ramchanda to sneak through along with Vaughan and Peter. This back end of the field, as I said, the new rookie Helder Gavea. Hills behind that. The defensive driving there from the Liqui Moly car, as there's a bit more pressure being applied, not only to Gert van der Berg that we see in shot right now, but just behind as well. And Ramchanda's got through. The pressure's paid off. He finds a way through there on Vaughan Hills. Vaughan Hills now trying to return the favour. Van der Berg looking to do the same thing to Greg Wilson. DOE stock my car colours at the front end. Second place in similar livery, and then third place it's Volkswagen, Silver Oaks and Bull Security, looking for the second victory of the season for Formula V. There's Bridgestone Tyres now saying, come on guys, enough's enough, we've had enough today. We've got 1 more to go. Let's see what the rubber's going to be available as they come flying into the closing stages. Here we go. Last lap of Formula V. They come across the line, the first 3. Van der Berg's got a problem. Van der Berg has got a serious problem here. He's dropped now into third place. Lendl Janssen could possibly steal this victory from Greg Wilson if he can get up close enough and personal enough. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. Looks like in the background as well, Hills and Ramchanda have managed to squeeze through and get ahead. Have they been able to get through on... No, Van der Berg hangs on, only just. But look at the fight there for 4th. Great little battle about to kick off there between Ramchanda and Hills for the last lap. Who's going to have what it takes here to take it to the line? Here they come up to the top of the hill one more time. Janssen is good, but he's not good enough on the brakes to get through there on Wilson. Wilson hangs on. Greg Wilson might have enough here just to keep Lendl Janssen at bay. And they come down onto the brakes for the final time in the G&A Transport corner. Gert van der Berg weaving from side to side. What if he's got a fuel problem? I think Van der Berg might have had a fuel problem there as he comes across the line, and there they go. To take the victory, it is Greg Wilson this time for the win. Janssen comes through for second. That possibly may give him the overall victory for the day. Oh, he's got the 30-second penalty, of course, remember. So that's not going to help out. That 30-second penalty is going to be a bit of an issue there for him. And it'll probably drop him right out of contention. So Wilson from Gert van der Berg, from Lushan Ramchanda as we see it. Then Vaughan Hills, Peter Hills, Sean van der Linde. And I would say 30 seconds. It's probably going to drop him out of the top 10. We'll have to wait for confirmation of that 30-second penalty being implied, first of all, of course. But right now, as they cross the line, it was Wilson from Janssen from Van den Berg. And we'll wait and see if that's going to change up if Lendl Janssen is given that penalty for the jump start, which he should be given. Blatant jump start there will give him a 30-second penalty, which means it'll drop him out of the top 10. Just such a pity after such a good drive. That's Formula V done for the day. Hope you enjoyed all the DOE Formula V action here from round 1 of the Extreme Festival at Swartkops International Raceway.